Hazards remain and in some cases intensify after Hurricane Ian. Fort Myers, AP, Florida. People who go on a kayak on a street that was possible just 1 or 2 days ago. Hundreds of thousands without power. The state soldier helicopter is flying on rescue missions to residents stuck on Florida's Barney Reef. A few days after Hurricane Ian cut off the devastated path from Florida to Carolina, the danger remained, and the danger increased further in some places. It was clear that this huge storm was long and painful. And Ian was not over yet. The storm was raining in Virginia on Sunday, and the authorities warned of the serious floods along the coast, and a coastal flood warning was issued on Monday. Ian's body moves offshore, forms no Y star, and is expected to accumulate more water in the already flooded Chesapeake Bay, and the Hampton Road area in Virginia has been the most important in the past 10 to 15 years in the Hampton Road area. Cody stated that there was a risk of a tide flood. The island city, Chincoteague, declared an emergency on Sunday and urged residents in a specific area to evacuate. The eastern and northern Outer Banks of North Carolina may also have been affected. At least 68 confirmed deaths, 61 in Florida, 4 in North Carolina, and 3 in Cuba. Fort Myers Beach Mayor Ray Murphy said on his show on NBC's Today on Monday that the search and rescue mission will be done in the next few days. Murphy said that's why displaced residents are mostly kept away from their homes. As the death toll rises, the federal government is ready to provide massive aid, initially focusing on victims in Florida who hit one of the most powerful storms, says Deanne Criswell. Said Mr. America, President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden are scheduled to visit the state on Wednesday. Flooded roads and washed-out bridges to offshore islands have left many people stranded with limited cell phone service and a lack of basic amenities such as water, electricity, and internet. Officials have warned that conditions in many areas will not improve for days as rainfall from flooded waterways has nowhere to go. Fewer than 620,000 homes and businesses in Florida were still without power early Monday, compared to a peak of 2.6 million. Criswell told Fox News Sunday that the federal government, including the Coast Guard and the Pentagon, conducted the largest amount of search and rescue that I believe has ever been conducted. But recovery will take time, said Criswell, who visited the state on Friday and Saturday to assess the damage and speak with survivors. I warned you that if you are disconnected, the danger remains. More than 1,600 people have been rescued statewide, according to the Florida Disaster Management Agency. Rescue efforts were focused on a barrier island near Fort Myers in southwestern Florida that had been cut off from the mainland by storm surges that had destroyed levees and bridges. The state built a temporary transit walkway on Sunday for Pine Island. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, the largest, with a Department of Transportation quota approved for construction this week, and construction could begin Monday. Added that it won't be a full bridge. We'll probably have to cross it at 5 miles an hour, but at least it will allow people to drive to and from the island, the governor said at a press conference. Coast Guard, local government and private crews have recently used helicopters, boats and even jet skis to evacuate people. In rural Seminole County, north of Orlando, residents donned waders, boots, and bug spray to paddle into their flooded homes on Sunday. Ben Bertat discovered 4 inches of water after kayaking at his home on Lake Harney. I think the situation will get worse because all the water has to go to the lake, Bertat said, pointing to water flooding a nearby road. The whole thing fills up and can't hold any more water. It doesn't seem to go any deeper. Elsewhere, power outages continue in at least half of Pawleys Island, a beachy community in South Carolina about 75 miles, 115 kilometers, from Charleston. Storm knocked down trees and power lines in North Carolina. Associated Press reporter Rebecca Santana, featuring Myers, Brendan Farrington and Anthony Izaguirre of Tallahassee, David Fisher of Miami,